know when the flow is loco. Young B and the ROC. Uh-oh, OG, big homie, the one and only. Stick bony, but the pockets are fat like Tony. Soprano, the rock handle like Ben X2. I shake phonies, man, you can't get next to. The genuine article, I do not sing though. I sling though, if anything, I bling, yo. Star like Ringo, war like a Greensboro wreck. You crazy, bring your whole set. Jay-Z in the range, crazy in the range. They can't figure him out, they like, hey, is he insane? Yes, sir, I'm cut from a different cloth. My texture is the best firm chinchilla. I've been dealer than chain smokers. How you think I got the name over? I've been realer, the game's over. Fall back young, ever since I made the change over to platinum, the game's been a rap one.
Got me looking so crazy, my baby. I'm not myself lately. I'm foolish, I don't do this. I've been playing myself, baby. I don't care, 'cause your love's not the best of me, and baby you're making a fool of me. You got me sprung, and I don't care who sees, 'cause baby you got me so crazy, baby. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. You're crazy, so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you page me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy, your love's got me looking so crazy, your love. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you page me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy, your love's got me looking so crazy, your love. Boy, I think about it every night and day. I'm addicted, wanna jump inside your love. I wouldn't wanna have it any other way. I'm addicted and I just can't get enough.
I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. Honey got a sexy on steaming. She give my hotness a new meaning. Perfection, mommy, you gleaming. Inception, you got a brother dreaming, dreaming. Damn, baby, I'm fiending. I'm tryna holler at you, I'm screaming. Let me love you down this evening.
Love it, yeah, you know you are my demon.
Girl, we could form a team and I could be the king, you could be the queen. And my mind's dirty and it don't need cleaning.
I love you long time, so you know the meaning.
Oh, baby, I can't come down, so please come help me out. You got me feeling high and I can't step off the cloud. And I just can't get enough.
Boy, I think about it every night and day. I'm addicted, wanna jump inside your love. I wouldn't wanna have it any other way. I'm addicted and I just can't get enough.
I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. Honey got me running like I'm Flojo. Signs a name on my heart with an XO. Love so sweet, got me vexed though. I wanna wish it right back like presto, yes. Meantime, I wait for the next time. She come around for a toast to the best time. We LOL back and forth on the text line. She got me fishing for a love, I confess I'm something about a smile and a combo. Got me high and I ain't coming down, yo. My heart's pumping out louder than electro. She got me feeling like Mr. Roboto. Oh baby, I can't come down, so please come help me out. You got me feeling high and I can't step off the cloud. And I just can't get enough.
Boy, I think about it every night and day. I'm addicted, wanna jump inside your love. I wouldn't wanna have it any other way. I'm addicted and I just can't get enough.
This is better switch up. Switch up. Switch up.
I just can't
Switch up.
Lock, sunk in your bed, rock hot, up in your love shot, knock out by your cold shot. I'm stuck in your head.
Switch up.
Can't I won't quit making me feel. Give it to me. I want it all. Know what I mean? Your love is a dose of next.
Switch up.
Addicted, I can't get away from you. Afflicted, I need it, I miss it.
Switch up.
I want your loving right next to me, and I can't erase you out of my memory. I just can't
Switch up.
Can we just talk? Can we just talk? Talk about where we're going before we get lost. And be our thoughts. Can't get what we want without knowing. I've never felt like this before. I apologize if I'm moving too far. Can we just talk? Can we just talk? Figure out where we're growing. Yeah. Started off right, I can see it in your eyes. I can tell that you wanting more. What's been on your mind? There's no reason we should hide. Tell me something I ain't heard before. Oh, I've been dreaming about it, and it's you I'm on. So stop thinking about it. Can we just talk? Can we just talk? Talk about where we're going before we get lost. And be our thoughts. Can't get what we want without knowing. I've never felt like this before. I apologize if I'm moving too far. Can we just talk? Can we just talk? Figure out where we're growing. Penthouse view, left some flowers in the room. I'll make sure I leave the door unlocked. Now I'm on the way, swear I won't be late. I'll be there by 5 o'clock. Oh, you've been dreaming about it, and I'm what you want. So stop thinking about it. Can we just talk? Can we just talk? Talk about where we're going before we get lost. And be our thoughts. Can't get what we want without knowing. I've never felt like this before. I apologize if I'm moving too far. Can we just talk? Can we just talk? Figure out where we're growing.
Yeah, I gave you more than you wanted. I gave you more than you need. So tell me, how does it feel to lose the one you believe in?
I made you drop it on a Tuesday. I had the popcorn poppin', we made a movie. So many feelings involved, the way you do me. Tell me you're ready or not, this ain't the full chase. Got one shot to do what it takes. Got no time for no mistakes. I save a lot cause I'm empty. Ain't trying to hurt me, but I let it. Every time you text me, and by the time I reply, it's too late. Now I feel away. And I gave you more.
I trust. It's never been about us, 'cause we were doing too much. We threw the wrecks out at Follies. Gave you the key where my heart beat. You didn't say it, but you said it. It shouldn't have hurt me, but I let it. Every time we're alone now, I feel like things are not the same. Now I feel away. Every time you text me, by the time I reply, it's too late. Something's getting in the way.
And I gave you more.
I gave you more than you wanted. I gave you more than you need.
Alright.
So tell me, how does it feel to lose the one you believe in?
I wanna be the one to make you feel. Can you go and put up your hair? We get a lot of practice. I remember how to make you smile. Intuition says we're way too young to start a family, but I've been thinking about forever, my dear. Oh, and I forgot to mention overnight, yeah. Butterflies just hit me different when they're around you. And it ain't no competition when you're right here. Can't help but get this feeling every time. Make it hard to find my words when I'm around you. Is there anything to change my mind about you? I could have a million friends, but I need just one. That's you, baby. Can I have this chance with you? Your love's like an avalanche. I'm falling hard and falling for you. And it don't make sense how good you are. If you are to find a thing so good to me, I'm honest when I say, girl, you're the one. Long calls, playing songs, we both love. Fantasizing when you with me, can't contain myself. When I think about. Us in a big house, big house, big house. Will it work out with you? Oh, and I forgot to mention overnight, yeah. Butterflies just hit me different when I'm around you. And it ain't no competition when you're right here. Can't help but get this feeling every time. Make it hard to find my words when I'm around you. Is there anything to change my mind about you? I could have a million friends, but I need just one. That's you, baby. Can I have this chance with you? Your love's like an avalanche. I'm falling hard and falling for you. And it don't make sense how good you are. If you are to find a thing so good to me, I'm honest when I say, girl, you're the one.
could escape, if I could escape, 'cause I've been acting like sour milk all on the floor. It's your fault you didn't shut the refrigerator. Maybe that's the reason I've been acting so cold. If I could escape and recreate a place that's my own world, and I could be your favorite girl forever, perfectly together. And tell me, boy, now wouldn't that be sweet? If I could be sweet. I know I've been a real bad girl. I didn't mean for you to get hurt. We can make it better. And tell me, boy, now wouldn't that be sweet?
I wanna get away to our sweet escape. I wanna get away,
We pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. I could really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now. Could we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? I could really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now.
Yeah, let's pretend like it's 98. Like I'm eating lunch off a styrofoam tray. Trying to be the next rapper coming out the A. Hoping for a record deal to ignore my pain. Yeah, now let's pretend like I'm on the stage. And when my beat drops, everybody goes insane. Okay, and everybody know my name. And everywhere I go, people wanna hear me sing. Oh yeah, and I just dropped my new album. On the first week I did 500,000.
Hello everybody, welcome back to OSL. Today we have a rescheduled match between Source and Reactor. We are about to load in. We have 3 sets tonight, or 2, unless we go to the tiebreaker. We have the Dracula, the Ghoul, and the Mastermind. I am joined alongside me with one of my favorite co-hosts, the Big Halo. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing pretty well. Pretty excited to be casting tonight. A little unexpected, but I am here to see the Source vs Reactor. So, first set, we are going to see the Dracula on Wretched Shop, and it is going to be Source's killer first. So, X-Tap, an extremely experienced killer player on the Dracula, and it's, I mean, I'm pretty excited. I don't know about you, Hassa, but I am pretty excited to see what X-Tap can do.
Yeah, it should be good. I think, we see a lot of players play this sort of killer, and to be completely honest with you, Halo, this will be a cracker of a matchup as we are spawning in on the Wretched Shop, running our stock standard Call of Brian, Pain Res, Eruption, and Corrupt Intervention. So obviously a stock standard build, pretty strong for the Dracula, but we are going to load in and hopefully find our first survivor off the rip. Now, X-Tap, we do know, Halo, from past experiences, this man is a freak on all the killers that he plays. So this is going to be a really tough one for the side of Reactor. Now, keep in mind, everybody, this is X-Tap's team's pick. They have decided to pick up the Dracula, so they clearly are confident on this killer, and we are going to go and see if we can get our first hit here, and we are going to avoid it. What a little dodge there, perfectly done from the side of the survivors here. So, obviously, Halo, we do see a lot of, different sort of play styles, but, you usually see a lot of aggressive, passive-aggressive play styles on the Dracula, because this killer needs to protect its gens at all costs, unlike every killer, but this one especially. So, we will see, shortly how strong and aggressive X-Tap opts to play. So, do you have any predictions for this one, Halo?
In my complete honesty, I do think Source is probably going to win versus Reactor. I mean, They are just a more experienced team, I think I should say. They have more experienced players, and overall they've just been together more long enough as we do see the Hellfire onto Jake Park bot 6. So that's going to be the first down of the trial right there. Eruption's going to proc on 12. And so we'll see what next up does here. We have died near the basement, and we haven't gone for the basement hook, opting for the pain res. Personally, I have experience being hooked or unhooking someone from the basement against Dracula, and it's pretty hard to get them out considering the Hellfire, and you know, the Dracula can definitely like hit BT and like almost get a tap if it's not played like perfectly or played wrong by the killer. Either way, we do see Xtab finding our ace here on this, I believe it's like 1 or 12 tile, and a very quick pull coming out from the survivors there. We're just gonna keep playing for the tag here. Missing the Hellfire, very unfortunate. Getting a little mind gamey. I don't know if this is gonna work. I mean, I feel like we're kind of overcommitting here, so I think we should be going into the bat form and back to the tunnel out survivor, or maybe Xtab is thinking in his head, rather he wants to opt for more of a play style where he hooks everyone and uses his pain res, but we've already committed long enough, so we're gonna just keep committing, and we eventually get the down near 11, so maybe we can get a hook on the gen here, but it's looking pretty good for Xtap. I think it can lean either way here. Personally, what do you think Xtap's idea was there, like not like going back straight for the tunnel out?
To be completely honest with you, Halo, I think he was obviously going for the freshers. I think getting the freshers out of the way on some killers that can shock you. I think Dracula is one of them that you can get unexpected results on. So I do think overall, if you do see freshers come out early on a killer like this, it can shock you that people aren't tunneling out as much. So I think the simple reason is if you run up against a strong team, it is a very difficult. It is a lot harder, should I say? But overall, it definitely does test the survivor's patience, knowing that tunneling might not come into an effect as early on in the game, which, you know, obviously is a bit of a problem if the killer does get a bit of value. And here we go, we are off. We are going to get a 2-tap here onto this Claudette. Now, keep in mind, Halo, like we have just mentioned, this will just be the fresh stages. We are going to see a couple gens pop. I don't know if we make this one. We are going to pop 2 gens for this. Now, this pain race will just be complete, utter terrible. I don't think it'll go to much generator progress now. Keep in mind, it will hit the main gen and has probably about 20% when it got hit. So, overall, they're in a pretty nice spot, the survivors. They're actually doing pretty good. Xtap is going to have to locate his tunnel out sooner rather than later, because it will start to catch up to him if he doesn't, which could be a bit concerning. So overall, Halo, I think we are going to see a tunnel out very shortly, and I think that will come into effect.
Yeah, just looking, I think maybe Xtap, we did see he camped like near the hook quite a lot, almost for the like entire duration to what it was pulled. And I think Xtap's idea now is he wanted his Colubrine to regress all the top generators while camping, and now he's probably wanting a tunnel out, and it should leave him with a nice regen top if it is played right. We saw a pretty quick chase into Claudette. Not the best location either. I mean, it's looking a little dire for the survivors. I mean, they don't have a lot of progress, and the progress is only on bot mid. So, I mean, we'll see what can happen. But Xtap is doing a really good job at regressing these top generators. He's definitely looking to hold some type of 3 or 4 gen near the top side. It looks like he's looking around, and Colubrine is going to be proccing there. Someone's hit a good skill check on that generator, and Xtap is opting to go all the way back down, so maybe we'll see. We want Colubrine to be reapplied, and we're just camping again. I mean, it's a bit of an interesting game style Xtap is using here. He's not exactly chasing or overcommitting for anyone, trying to force an early pull. He's more bouncing in between the generators and trying to make them regress, as we do see the pull from the ace. I mean, I think this could still go either way, but a very interesting play style from next up. We get the
Oh,
down onto ace. Never mind. We see the dead-eye perfectly timed, very well played, and we'll see the continuation of the chase onto Claudette, and hopefully Claudette can have a good chase here. It's almost kind of needed, Hasso. If Claudette can't last here, it's most likely just going to be a 4K one, and obviously we're talking Dracula, so it's a very hard killer to loop if the killer is very mechanically gifted, mechanically good at the killer. So, we do see the down to Claudette. So I think we did just pop a top gen. It's a bit hard to tell because of the bug, which doesn't show you the gens what are popped, which is pretty annoying for me. But just looking, we do, but we kind of don't have a free gen. If I was the survivors here, so I'd definitely make the call, start working 12 and 6 and just see how that goes. I mean, we're looking here, 12 has some decent progress, and it looks like the survivors have done a good job of breaking that free gen top. We see the reset as well onto 8. What I really like is these survivors have, especially like they've stealthed really well that survivor has getting healed, so it's a free heal essentially. And Xtap is just now going to be controlling the generators, making sure that 12 gen, the highest prog gen, is regressing with Cole O'Brien. And it's looking like a pretty good, start to the game. And as we go into the mid game, we do have obviously the freeview on Force, so it's just going to make it harder for the survivors, messing up the dog dashes on the side of Xtap. And yeah, I mean, Hasso, if you ask me, it's a pretty good start for Xtap.
yeah, I think Halo, you've said it perfectly. Basically taken the majority of the words out of my mouth that I was going to say. So overall, the survivors need to start building the pressure a bit more consistently and start to fire up the gens, get them moving, because so far it is looking like a 4K, 4K1, 4K2 even, if they don't, hop on this main generator especially. Even if the gen doesn't get completed, pressuring the killer into a situation where he's forced to hit a generator so many times consistently can eventually screw over the killer. So I honestly don't think much of it. I just think overall these survivors are, going to need to take the chase away from these generators. We are going to give away a free tag here. Now, you don't want to send it in towards your generators. You want to send it as far as possible. So if we do have a pallet here to work with, this would be incredible. We are going to drop it, and we don't get the tag because we just get away with the ping. So lucky here on the side of the Nia. Now, keep in mind, this Dracula might not want to, Xtap might not want to commit this for too long because it could be shambles for him if he does. Now, we are going to get the down eventually. That'll be 2 eruptions going off. Very satisfying to see that. Now, there is going to be a pain raise, and this is a fresh survivor, so this actually is going to be back into Xtap's favor, even though that chase lasted a little bit too long. But overall, Halo, I do think it has been said pretty well by you. The gens, they are starting to look more injured. Obviously, you can't hit a gen as much as you want. They got rid of that about a year and a half ago. So, waiting for the painters to come back and, making sure that you don't hit the gen too many times because that will screw you over. So you want to time your generator hits at a good, regression amount, and we are going to get a nice little flick around the tires. So Halo, in a situation like this for the survivors, how do you think it is best for them to play it out in the scenario they're in?
Well, in the current scenario they are in right now, they did have 2 injured. So, personally, if I was the IGL, I would make the colder stealth. Obviously, like I said, if you can get a reset for free without giving chase, sorry, I misworded that. If you can get a reset without getting chase, it's literally just a free reset for, I don't know, maybe a bit of gen progress, which is usually worth it. And oh my god, we found the stealth. It's 99. We get the Hellfire. Oh my god, this happened so quickly. Anyways, Xtap did find the reset, which is really unfortunate for the survivors, Hasso. So now it's going to be a quick down bot mid where he can just hook on top of the active. I mean, it's just not the greatest, really, Hasso. I think the survivors, they're still playing for the spot mid gen, but in all honesty, if you ask me, Hasso, they need to just give it up. I think it's a lot more easier just to play for that 6 and 12 generators. It's a really good split they're working with, so I reckon if they can try and abuse that more and give up on the bot mid. I think that will be a more better, how do you say it? Just a more better decision later in the game overall. So we do have a death hook now. We haven't got an FTP, which is a little unfortunate. And so Xtap, we're breaking the Shack pallet, but we're not fully committing. We're going straight back to the top gens. So it looks like Xtap, I think if you played for the tunnel out there, maybe we could have seen a 4K1 result, because obviously Hasso, there is not a lot you can do in the 2v1, so if he did commit ace there and force that 2v1, maybe they could have popped a general 2 for it, but Xtap is playing pretty greedy. He wants this 4K2 really, really badly, so he's taking that free tag onto Nia. He's left ace obviously and gotten that tag, and now he's kind of just ping-ponging in between the gens. It's been a while since he's checked this gen, and like I said, the survivors have given up on that bot mid gen. Hopefully this is BL sitting this generator, and it is. And I mean, it's looking, I would say, I would argue it's looking a little better on the side of XF in complete honesty. I mean, we're all injured. I think this might be a 4K2. If I can assume Ace and Nia are probably gonna be resetting somewhere or doubling a gen for the 4K1 if they really wanted to. I mean, there's no reason for Xtap to leave this chase either. He's got, you know, his regressive gen's enough to be able to commit this, and we get the hit over the pallet, so we're not picking as well. So yeah, no, Xtap is really, really wanting this 4K2. We get the reset onto Ace as well. So Hasso, I mean, just looking at it from this angle and this current moment in time, what is your prediction of the result of this match?
That's a really good question. I think the pressure started to really build against the survivors. I think they're sort of in a bit of a hole. And I think that, you know, obviously they need to pop one more generator as soon as possible, but we are getting a little bit mind gamed here on this this pallet. So the truth is, Halo, I would be aiming, in my mind, I'd be saying a 4K2, 4K1 at best. But again, that is just what I think. I think there is still a lot for these survivors to give overall. We are going to just insta-pick this. Now, keep in mind, every survivor shortly is going to be on second stage, so it will just be death, bang, bang, bang. So overall, your best bet right now as the survivors is to get a reset somewhere, get one survivor to set up for the pool, get another to sit a generator, and hope and pray that Xtap does not come to you, because to be completely honest, as soon as Xtap gets in bat form and goes to your generator, it can be over in a matter of seconds. So, you know, it might even look like that now if Xtap finds our next survivor and we don't get a reset off, and we try to pull up the Hellfire and we have accidentally used it, and we are going to get a little bit jiggy here and, you know, might even avoid this, and we are going to avoid it. So very nicely done on the side of the survivors, but we do go down eventually. Now this is looking like 4K2 territory. Very rough spot for the survivors. The pressure is just immense at the moment on the side of Xtap, and it doesn't seem like anytime soon it will be slowing down. And to be completely honest, Xtap has played his cards and everything by the book completely right. He has not played a single chase incorrectly. I think he's played immaculately. You couldn't put it any better than this for a Dragula performance. And overall, I do think that it has been just very nicely done. So, what about you, Halo? Any thoughts on this game so far from these survivors?
They're just playing too quick, Hasso. I mean, like, there was times where they just needed to reset, then they reset and Xtap found the reset, which was just unfortunate. But specifically when that Nia was hooked, and there was a 3v1 with everyone death hook, they needed to at least priest off the gen. I mean, it's just terrible for Jake to get found there. Just terrible. I mean, you're not expected to last in a Dracula chase, so don't expect yourself to last is something I like to think about. You know, it's always better just to be on the safer side, to stealth, to do just anything but get chased really. And I mean, this has resulted in a 4K2, unfortunately. The chases, I mean, they were right. They were probably like literally just average. You don't expect good chases against this killer. Like I said, there's all these different forms. There's not much you can do in different scenarios. So it's just a little unfortunate on the survivor side. But something you can do is, you know, you can deny chase, you can pre-stealth. There's so many different things you can do, and it's just unfortunate because I don't think tonight Reactor has really done any of those things with kind of almost you know, just not playing to the best of our abilities, I'll say. So obviously X'd up is a demon on the Dracula, some amazing hellfires, some amazing dog attacks. I mean, just overall a really, really good killer. Um, and was able to secure a 4K2 result. So that will be all done and dusted. 4K2, really, really good result for the survivor side of Source. Reactor's gonna have a tall order, as Hunter would say. And I mean, we'll see what they can do, Hasso. Is there anything else you would like to say?
No, I think we'll take a very quick intermission and be back with the next side of the survivors, which will be Team Reactor on the Killer and Team Source on the Survivor.
Show is hot out here. No, I don't mind though. Just glad to be free. You know what I'm saying? What you wanna do? Yeah, yeah. Feel me? What you gonna do?
In the corners of my mind, I just can't seem
She's indecisive. She can't decide. She keeps on looking from left to right. Girl, come a bit closer. Look in my eyes. Searching is so wrong. I miss the right. To love him and leave him and disappear right after the song. So give me the night to show you, hold you. Don't leave me out here dancing alone. You can make up your mind, 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 mind. Please don't waste my time, 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 time. I'm not trying to rewind, wind, 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 wind. I wish our hearts could come together as one. But Shawty is a eeny, meeny, miny, mo lover. 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 Oh, let me show you what you're missing. Paradise with me, you're winning, girl. You don't have to roll the dice. Tell me what you're really here for.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the next, well, same game, I suppose, Halo. Same set, next game. We do have Reactor here, Fate coming up on the killer. Now, Halo, any predictions, buddy?
Predictions, okay. Well, you're versing a good team, man. Like, you're versing Source. Source's survivor lineup, I mean, it's just deadly. It's just deadly. Like, a 4K2, it's a 4K2 Tycon, I should say. 4K3 win con for our Dark Lord here. It's not easy. I mean, we've got G Money, we've got Alexandre, we've got Adam and Nicolas Cage. I love people who play Nicolas Cage. And I mean, it's just, always I'm hoping for the underdogs to win, but it's a 4K2 win. It's a 4K3 win. Like, if we're being real here, the survivors on the side of Source, they cannot outbeat the survivor lineup of Reactor, unfortunately, just with how much experience, the experience difference, I should say. I mean, yeah, it's just unfortunate. 4K2, pretty easy to, pretty self-explanatory. It's just not the easiest to win con, so. We do see our first chase Hasso being onto Alexandra here, and it's already a really, really good chase. I mean, we're already half corrupt out, and we're playing pretty well. Walking through the Hellfire is pretty unfortunate on that car pallet, and I can assume we've pre-dropped the shack, so I mean, I might want to leave to top, to be completely honest. I mean, it's a bit of a long chase, maybe too long if you ask me. You're playing for a pretty insane win con, and if you overcommit for Alexandre and he has a good chase, it's already going to be the Tycon or even the win con being met, so I'm not sure what's going on here, to be honest. I need to put on my audio, but I'm assuming we're committing Alexandra here near the bottom side, which is fair enough, missing the Hellfire and and I mean, Corrupt is almost over, and we haven't gotten it down yet, so I think it might be a little over. Maybe if we leave to top right now, we can stop the progression of some generators, but it's just not going to be the easiest for Prada here. I mean, it's a little unfortunate. This is a really good setup as well, I would like to add. We have the long jungle gym window into a car pallet into bus, so it's pretty deadly and unlucky for the side of Dracula, so I mean, yeah, Corrupt is over now, so this might be over.
Yeah, it is looking pretty dire. Pardon me. Look, no down, one tag, we've spotted them out. There's so much pressure building though. This is the whole thing about competitive Dead by Daylight, and a nice little snipe, but yeah, as I was saying, this is the whole thing about comp DBD is pressure gets to you so fast, and to be completely honest, I think it's going to really build here on the survive on the killer side, as Prada, who we have seen plenty of in recent times, lock in on the on the Dragula, but this is not going to be easy. A 4K, what was it, Halo? 4K3, I think it was. A 4K3 win con, so it's not going to be easy, and obviously we are playing for this win con, so we have to play very passive aggressive. We can't play full aggressive because that won't work out in our favor, but we do get through the window and get Slappy hits, so this is a nice little tag here, and if we can commit this, get a nice down, get our pain raise, we actually could be in for a really good watch in. This could be balance landing. It is going to proc the balance landing, and he is away. He has sent it. So this is very nicely done here on the Survivor side. Now we are going to pull up the Hellfire, I assume, any second now. This is just getting deadly. You know, this does look like it will be a greed. We do get a little bit greedy, and we are going to send the first jump, then muck the second one up, unfortunately, there. So we are playing this beautifully on the side of Zalapi and Team Source. So we are going to spot out our Adam over here, which will be Gapo, I'm not too sure. I'm not great at names, so we are going to get a tag here onto the Adam and probably send it away. That's probably what your best bet. Check on your generators because you are at the current win con. You need to really get this down, so we are going to probably have to leave this and check our gens because our gens are starting to get pretty high in progress, and I assume they're getting worked in the background by the survivors, not resetting Slappy or any of that. So Halo, it's been very nicely played here on the side of survivors. They beautifully played this, and especially you know, matchsticks being played very nicely as well. So what do you think about this so far?
It's just a little rough for the killer player, to be honest. Lacking a little bit in the mechanical side of Dracula, definitely. They've missed a lot of hellfires and dogs compared to Gunfire, unfortunately. And, or was it Gunfire's killer? I don't know. Compared to Source's killer. And we've gotten our second down, and it's at the tackle now, so it's looking a little rough, and probably not possible, but besides the point, Prada is going to be getting that hook onto Adam, and rotating and making his way to this, I believe it's 8? No, it's not 8. I believe this is 5. I get the 9 and 3 mixed up. Anyways, we are checking the locker at 5 to no avail. We're looking around trying to find survivors, and a really nice pre-stuff coming out from the survivor team right there. Perfect, to be honest. This is what you like to see. This is what competitive Dead by Daylight is. And so essentially because of that pre-stuff, we've gotten that unhook and a heal for free, and now we're back at square one pretty much. I mean, there's just no pressure for Prada right now. I mean, we've got 2 hooks, we've got Collar Brian and Eruption on 2 generators, but besides the point, it's just not screen. Hello?
Yeah, I think Halo is lagged out a little bit, so I'll take over. But I think what Halo is trying to say is getting your Eruption, your Call of Brian, all the perks that you can onto your generators has a major boost in how you play. These perks are insane. There's honestly not many killers where you don't see the perk Eruption. Eruption is such a strong perk. And on big maps like this, where you have to traverse around the map a lot and get around, move from one side to the other, it is very dire to get this. And we are going to avoid a beautiful here. And we are going to get little jiggy here. And we might even make the window back here if we don't go for the lunge and we don't opt to go for the window. So we are going to get the tag here onto Alexandra. So it's starting to look really dire. There's a gen that's about to pop. We have run towards that active generator, which is a bit of a problem now. This is where it'll start to heat up. It'll get difficult because we have missed the first dodge and we've dead hearted. So very unfortunate there on the side of the killer. Now, Halo, what do you think for the next set because the win con has gone to Team Source, so they have taken this set away. Any thoughts on the next set, which I believe is Ghoul on Blood Lodge?
With Ghoul, I feel like it's one of those killers. Like it's either the chase is a tap or you have good RNG in it. You know, you can have like an insane chase because with the right RNG, Ghoul is quite just harmless. And like in my opinion, if you know what you're doing, how to avoid the kidnap tech, I believe it's called. I'm not sure if that's a thing anymore actually. Um, Anyways, if you know how to play against the killer is what I'm trying to say. The killer's pretty harmless. So, in my personal opinion, like if we have seen some scrimmages on the side of any team, the killer definitely becomes a lot easier to verse. So, we are gonna see Prada. He's just camping out, gun for here. There's not much he's really playing for anymore. He's gotten a not bad result, 6-3 against Source is not too bad, although I will say it does look like Source might be actually playing for this because we haven't seen the outcome to play. And just as I talk, we do see Nicolas Cage has opted out. So I'm assuming they're taking the 6-3, which is obviously a pretty good result if you're considering, you're versus Source. And it's not an easy killer, man. Like, it's a killer you need some practice on if you want to perform well. So, my opinion, not even a bad result. We see 6-3 and Ghoul set. I mean, I don't know. What are you? Is there anything you want to say about the Ghoul set, Hasso? Because, in my opinion, Ghoul is just, in my personal opinion, either a beast if the survivors don't know how to play against the killer, or just a harmless, almost kind of just harmless, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, look, we probably could just yap over this. We don't really need an intermission, but I will say, in my opinion, I think Ghoul is a killer where you need to have a really nice stealth off the rip. Because what a lot of Ghoul players will do, for anyone that may be new to the competitive scene of Dead by Daylight or OSL, is a lot of players tend to go for their M2 attack on the Ghoul, and as soon as they've spotted that first survivor, they leave that survivor instantly. So having a great chase where even if you can stealth corrupt out, pardon me, is the best thing you can do. It helps value, and it's like on any killer, but especially Ghoul, because of how fast the Ghoul can move from one side to the map and how strong the ability can be if used correctly. It is actually detrimental if you don't play your cards correctly. So I am sure that we will see this up next, Taylor, and clearly Prada is very confident to pick the Ghoul. So I think we will be for some really really good gameplay. Now, I think there is a lot to take out, but I do have something to see. We are looking around in this staff chat, and unfortunately, I think we will take we'll just take a quick intermission just to sort something out, and we'll be back with you very shortly.
Just so I feel what I've been missing. You could have it all, you say, but there's still something. It's not the same about you.
We are back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I was just chopping something up real quick. So we are locked. We are loaded on the ghoul. Mate, this should be a cracker. To be completely honest with you, I've been just so keen to watch a ghoul. It has been a hot minute since we've seen a ghoul set. Now, as I said, I was actually just getting some notes ready. I was chopping up some notes at the start for one of these games. Now, keep in mind, like I said, the ghoul, we probably will see for those who are new to the... Oh, it's Sam, we are getting a stun right off the rip. Hold on a second. So, we aren't even going to stealth. We're just going to send it straight away and avoid the tag. Now, we are going to probably get our first M1 here. We are running around a rock. Have gotten a bit lost in the sauce and the gravy. So, that's unfortunate. Now, if we can avoid this tag for as long as possible, this could be absolutely insane and clutch. We are going to get the tag here. We aren't going to get the perfectly timed attack, so it will be a little less for the enraged mode. But overall, I'm pretty sure we won't commit this. We probably should check our gens instead. It's best not to commit this after you've already gotten a tag, so it doesn't really matter about that survival, but we are still going to have a look for them now. I think this is... no, this is Wretched Shop. Hold on a second. I thought this was Blood Lodge. So we are on the Wretched Shop. A bit of a bigger map for the ghoul, which makes complete sense. I do like that, that change. So beautifully done from the balancing team. And overall, Halo, what are your expectations on this? Is this a 4K killer on this map? What do you think, buddy?
In my personal opinion, just depends on the team experience. You know, it depends how good the ghoul player as well. You know, I do remember being on Synergy. I don't remember what team, but it was a high tier team, and Dokes, a former Synergy player, was able, when Ghoul came out, just a couple months or weeks after Ghoul came out, he was able to secure a 4K free result, which is why I say, you know, it just really depends, like, how much you know of the killer, to be honest. Like, if these survivors have scrimmed, if they know the mechanics of the Kinnicky and their powers, and we'll probably see like a decent result. Like I said, the killer's harmless if you know how to play against him, I mean. We do see the down onto Adam, and I'll have to leave just for a short minute, so I'm sure you'll be fine by yourself just for a little bit. Thank you.
No stress. So, yes, we are going to get Pain Res now. Keep in mind, this is the exact same build that Prada was running on the Dragula. We are running Erupt, Pain Res, and Call of Brine. We are going to pop that first gen. That is a beautiful gen to get out the way nice and early. Now, we aren't going to get a tag straight away. Now, we are probably going to send it back towards the hook just to ensure that nothing too diabolical happens in the background, and nothing has. So we are avoiding a little bit. Can't find the stealth survivor. So honestly, has been played completely beautiful on the side of the survivors to stealth this out, but they might want to get a bit of gem progress going because it doesn't seem like there is much, and it doesn't help when someone is on hook. You need to save. The ghoul is there scaring you away with the terror radius. It is not a great look. So honestly, to be completely honest with you, I think this will be a close one. These survivors are really going to have to, you know, play, you know, a certain way if they want to get this unhook without them going second stage. But it does look like Prada is going to try and force a second stage here. So fair enough on the side of Prada. But you know, if we can see a survivor run in last second and get this save, would be a miracle right here, and we aren't. So I'm pretty sure at the gens, if we can get a look around to the gens, if not all good. But you know, it would be good to see if these survivors are cranking some generators. So, you know, I'm not too sure if they'll go. My internet has been playing up a little bit, so it is a little bit laggy, the screen share for me. So, Halo, if you want to take it away.
Yeah, of course. We saw Source on the survivor side actually lets our Adam go second. So, nonetheless, we also kind of quick with that. I mean, it wasn't necessarily quick, but obviously they're opting on Adam having a good chase here. I'm assuming we have BL to the top. Ooh, interesting power hit right there. We do get the enrage now, so now we do get 3 Kinnicky dashes instead of 2. and we'll see what Prada can do. Obviously, like I said, it's the killer is just if you know how to play against him. And considering Prada's team, Reactor has picked this killer, I'm already assuming they're knowing what they're versing. So we can see we see the tunnel onto Adam. It's just a little sloppy. I mean, I think we just need to break this pallet on the side of Prada. Being completely honest, I don't think the kidnap tech is a thing anymore, so probably best just to opt to break those pallets. And we see Adam taking the chase still. I mean, it's just
God.
long on the side of the survivor, and Prada needs to stand soon, and we finally see the down come on to our Adam now. So really good gen efficiency as well on the side of the survivor. I'd like to add side of the survivors. I'd like to add. They popped. I think it was 3 gens, or not 3. I think 3 or 2 gens for that chase, which is pretty big. And what the? We've just hit Gunfer through Shack Wood walls, I guess you could say. Anyways, taking the chase onto Gunfer now. We still have free pain and resist stack, so free pain resist stack. Sorry, it's getting a bit late. And I mean, we're seeing the chase onto Gunfer. This RNG once again. I mean, the RNG on the side of Source has been immaculate. I mean, we saw a couple jungle gems on the last map for Source, and now we're seeing like even crazier RNG this time, which is pretty lucky. And just looking at the free gens, it looks like there are holdable gens bottom Hasso, so maybe we could secure a good result here. And I do want to ask once again, what is your, because I know it can go either way, but I do want to know your personal prediction for the result of this match.
I mean, it is looking very dire for the side of for the side of Prada at the moment. He is in a situation where they have now all reset. Now, hold on a minute. We've gotten a hit. We need 1 generator to pop. Honestly, Halo, if we can, oh my goodness, we make that. So, if we can buy enough time, to be completely honest, I think that'll be the win for the side of Source. But hold on, it is not over because we are going to get pain res from this. Screenshot again has played up for me, so it is a little bit glitchy, but we do get the pain res in the end. So we are going to send it towards the bottom side of the map now. Keep in mind, you know, the movement and the mobility on this killer is insane. You get to move around the map incredibly fast, so that has an incredible, you know, boost on how you play as a survivor. So, Halo, you know, of course you're a competitive player. We'll be coming up against each other this weekend, but how do you see the Ghoul as a killer in a 3v1 situation?
In a 3v1 situation, the Ghoul, like if we're just being honest, he gets a lot stronger, just like any killer. But for Ghoul especially, I feel it's just, you know, in a 3v1 situation, you need to be like pre-stealthing, you need to be having good chases, and you need to be dying in the deflecations. And considering the Ghoul's like mobility and yeah, pretty much just considering the Ghoul's mobility, it's easy to like just catch out survivors. Like Gunfer here, it would have been great if he could have pre-stealth, but obviously it's practically impossible considering that Ghoul can pretty much go from mid to 6 in about 4 seconds with two leaps. So it's pretty deadly. And so we have left Gunfer here. It'd be nice if we can locate him again, and this is where I'd like to see some pre-stealthing coming into play. Whoever's on this generator needs to be stealthing. That's just what needs to be happening, or pre-running. That's fine with me as well. We see 2 injured survivors on the board, so we'll see what can happen. And we've found the stealth. Oh my god.
I mean, it is looking, it's not looking great. Again, the screen share is very laggy for me. I'm not too sure what the go is there. Been playing up for me a little bit. Thank you for that, FJ. I appreciate that. Yeah, to be completely honest with you, I think it's going to come down right down to the wire if these survivors can actually get a generator done, because they are on the breach of getting 4K one, and all the pressure needs to do is build, 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 and it is building. So the painters will come in here, and now I'm not too sure how much to put it in retrospect to other killers, but overall, the Ghoul's strength to down a survivor super ultra fast is incredible. So to get a 4K one here is definitely doable, Halo.
I definitely agree with that statement, Asa. I mean, like you said, we did see, Prada's team Reactor picking this set. So obviously going in, we knew they were going to be somewhat confident. Excuse me. I mean, yeah, we do have 3 images on the board now, so I'm not sure what the game plan on Source's side is going to look like. Maybe we're going to see pre-stealthing coming into play. Maybe we're going to see some pre-running, also pre-hiding, all different types of play styles which Source might be thinking of doing. And we're seeing Gunfire kind of getting kidnapped tech, and perfect timing right there. That is something you can do, just like the Wesker dash vault over a window. You can vault to a survivor, and we see that last gen popping just as our Kaneki player was just about to go. So we are on Gunfire, which is our fresh, which will probably be most optimal to be chasing right now. Um, Securing, I think that'd be a 5-8 stage result would be pretty good. Though, also, I will say, we are right next to the shack, so if we can get some good chases coming out of Gunfire, maybe even, I believe we're looking at I believe that's a body coming into play from the Claudette. If we can see a body, we see a hatch play, we can see all type of different things, or we can see Prada, which is most likely going to happen, downing Gunfire right here. No, not going to be connecting right there, and it's a little unfortunate. I wonder what the Source's game plan is here. I mean, what are they trying to do? Obviously, Prada is aware of the shack being right there. I mean, the shack hatch to be specific, and oh my god, we did just have a moment in time where if the survivors did leave, we could have seen that happening, and we are seeing now gone for breaking off from Shack and trying to make his way to 12, which is not going to be an easy task for the survivor side. We see got it, taking it down right there, but it's not going to be enough. I think this might not be the play, so I think Gunf's still dead. He's stuck in the map. This is looking really dark for Source. I just don't think the buddy was the best option to be going for there. I think a hatch play was the best, in my personal opinion. Alpha is playing this window vault now, and obviously we need to be making that 12 gate, and it's just so hard with the Kaneki dashes, with the Kaneki leaps. I mean, I wonder what the Source's game plan now is. Maybe we see Nia is inside the map trying to pick up Claudette, which is I think what we just saw.
Oh
And we're
no.
seeing Nia. Wait, we haven't taken the down to Nia. We're cutting off Ace from the gate once again. This could be very good for our killer player here, getting an extra stage or two maybe. We're seeing Nia leaving. She's just out. Prada's given up, and we're seeing the reset. So, wait, I don't know if that was a play, Hasso. Oh my god, Hasso, Gunf's out.
That is incredible. Very nicely done from the survivors. We have 3, 6, 6, 7 stages, no pun intended. So overall, a very nice result for the Ghoul. Probably could have gone for more, but unfortunately we didn't get there in the end. So we will be walking away with 7 stages. So that will be a tough win comp, but I think any team on there any given day can do this, Halo.
Yeah, I think that was a 7 stage for Break Fresh result, I believe. I think.
Yes.
7 stage Break Fresh result. So obviously not the worstest of worstest results. That's definitely fine. I mean, it's kind of like what you expect from survivors who are obviously very experienced on the Ghoul. Very unlucky as well. Just talking about the end game where we tried to. I think it was an attempt of a kidnap, and it kind of went to poop. Uh, I mean, we vaulted, and from there, I mean, I think it was like Claudette could take a hit for our fresh, and that led to the fresh getting out. So probably not the best plays from Prada right there, though. It's not the end of the world. They need, Reactor in this exact moment just need to keep their head high. I mean, they're not even playing for that hard of a result. Um, so we can definitely see something happen here. And I mean, Hasso, is there anything else you want to say about that game?
No, I think we'll take a very quick short intermission, Halo, and we'll be back very shortly.
They try to lock me up, but I break away. Until the day I lay my eyes on the princess. And you can tell she was a dime from a distance. It took a minute to come to my senses. She's the perfect match, as God is my witness. Now for the first time I've opened my eyes, put my glass in the air, now I'm toasting the sky. Feels like I'm in heaven and I'm hoping to fly. Baby girl, come along for the ride. You know why? Cause
Been around the world and seen a lot of girls, but you ain't never seen a girl look so fly. You done rolled through some hoods, saw some girls that look good, but you ain't never seen a girl look so fly. You done partied in some clubs and some girls show you love, but you ain't never seen a girl look so fly like me, baby. Bet you never had a girl look so fly like me.
Now I ain't never had a girl that was so fly. Other guys come around, you acting so shy. You got them shaking in their boots, and I know why. Cause they can't handle the truth, and that's no lie. As for me, I'm the one that you've been dreaming on. And when you saw me, I'm the one that you was scheming on. And when you need it, I'm the shoulder you'll be leaning on. Take off that Gucci and keep them Vicky secrets on. Let's take a flight, cause the world is our playground. And buy houses from the Loop to the A-Town. And silk sheets so it's soft when you lay down. Ching-a-ling, yeah, I get down and stay down. There's no one better, baby girl, you's a blessing. You got me headed in a positive direction. You got my vote when you re-up for election. Cause all I wanna do is give you love and affection.
Been around the world and seen a lot of girls, but you ain't never seen a girl look so fly. You done rolled through some hoods, saw some girls that look good, but you ain't never seen a girl look so fly. You done partied in some clubs and some girls show you love, but you ain't never seen a girl look so fly like me, baby. Bet you never had a girl look so fly like me. Time I'm there running the streets when you can just come to me. You know that I got what you need, I got what you want, so won't you come and see? Bet you never see a girl like me ever. Won't you come inside, let me keep you dry, cause I'm so fly. Now you done been around the world and seen a lot of girls, but you ain't never seen a girl look so fly. You done rolled through some hoods, saw some girls that look good, but you ain't never seen a girl look so fly. You done partied in some clubs and some girls show you love, but you ain't never seen a girl look so fly like me, baby. Bet you never had a girl look so fly like me. Around the world and seen a lot of girls, but you ain't never seen a girl look so fly. You done rolled through some hoods, saw some girls that look good, but you ain't never seen a girl look so fly. You done partied in some clubs and some girls show you love, but you ain't never seen a girl look so fly like me, baby. Bet you never had a girl look so fly like me.
Rihanna, good girl going bad. Take 3, action. Ho, no clouds in my stones. Let it rain, I hydroplane in the bank, coming down like a Dow Jones. When the clouds come, we gone. We Rockefellers, we fly higher than weather, and cheap vibes are better. You know me, in anticipation for precipitation, stack chips with a rainy day. Jay, Rain Man is back with Little Miss Sunshine. Rihanna, where you at?
You have my heart, and we'll never be worlds apart. Maybe in magazines, but you still be my star, baby. 'Cause in the dark, you can't see shiny cars, and that's when you need me there. With you, I'll always share. Because when the sunshine, we shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. So
Welcome back, everybody, to OSL. We are on to the final set, final game, final match for the beautiful Monday, I think it is Monday night. So we have a goal. WinCon is going to be 7, for the survivors, it'll have to be 5 stages out the door. No, six stages out the door. So it will be necessary for them to fire up and lock in as we load in on the big X tap, starting off on the ghoul with the exact same build that Prada had on. So Halo, this build we see on a lot of killers. Is it the best build you can run for ghoul?
I don't know. I am not knowledgeable enough about your builds, but I will say, just assuming, right, you know, X-Dap, obviously a very good and experienced player, is using it. I would personally assume that it is one of the best, and I'm pretty sure we did see it multiple times tonight, so we saw a head-on attack right there for our Jake Park, and now we've jigged to the 5 tower. I mean, this is a pretty nice loop to be using against a ghoul, so yeah, you were talking for the killer X up here. We need a 7. So the Tycon was 7 stage 3 fresh. So we need to see a 7 stage 4 fresh or 8 or higher. So all things considered, that was a pretty quick chase, I would say. Pretty quick, maybe on the average side. Though the depth location was not edge, so we've gotten a pretty nice look here. We've got a pretty nice pain res hook, I will say. Right there, and it's hit.
Oh no!
I just have no words. I mean, fair enough. Go for like a stealth, though. We need to be not running to the
What?
are a thing. I forgot what the hell has to.
Yeah, I mean, what the Sigma was that? That was outrageous. I honestly am a bit surprised that hit, and I would honestly, I'm shocked, should I say, and we do get the tag here back onto, I'm not going to try and pronounce that name, but the Jake. So, you know, so far, so good. FTP's been used, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So, we talk about big time plays, we talk about where a team can go wrong, but you got to talk about where a team can go right. Now, X-Tap is on a roll right now. He is doing everything correctly, getting tags, getting hits very fast. It looks like he's going to meet this WinCon with the pace he's on. So, that is no disrespect to the Survivor team. It's just the truth. The average that he's going on, he's averaging 3 so far per gen, and the gen has yet to pop. So, we are on an absolute roll, and, pardon me, yeah, we are on an absolute roll, and it will be something that we do see throughout the following weeks of OSL. How competitive, players get when it comes down to the margin of how, how much time they have to spend doing certain things like generators, like healing, like unhooking, that all add up over time, and I think that's something that has to be a big part of the play Halo, and there is no doubt in my mind that this team is going to really need to start pumping out generators if they want to win.
It's a little upsetting. It's obviously just not what you want. 3v1. I mean, X-Tap obviously is just a beast at the killer. I mean, that's what we're seeing. He's forced to 3v1 at 4 gens, which is absolutely crazy. For a killer like Ghoul, for any killer, let's just be honest, just for any killer, that's crazy. So, obviously, we can tell that X-Tap, you know, he knows what he's doing on the Ghoul. Obviously, like I said, like I've been saying for all of the Ghoul set, really just depends who is in the hands of the ghoul, you know, it just depends on how dangerous they are, how good the true potential of the ghoul can become, and we'll see what
Oh,
he dashes, and that was just
wow.
beautiful. X-Step, what a fake, making it look like he's gonna go around the rock and potentially zone him. But then just vaulting in front of his face, that worked out perfectly, and so we've gotten that down onto Renato, and like you were saying, the win con is a 7-stage 4 fresh, and if I'm counting it up, this is going to be our 5th hook, I believe, and we are pretty fresh. So, as it stands, as Hunter would say, as it stands, it's not looking the best for the survivors, though you never know what can happen here. So, all we need is one good, well, all we kind of need is one good chase, and then a good end game, and then things can become possible. Realistically, though, that's hypothetically, but realistically, it's just not going to be possible. I mean, and that's unfortunate. So we see the chase onto Steve now. Ooh, nice little fake right there. Nice little fake, and Exlip is playing this tile really interestingly. Ended up working, and so we've gone that down onto Steve, and so now Paso, we're at 6 stages, 3 fresh, and it's just looking a little dire. Not looking the best of the survivors, obviously. Looking pretty good for X-Step, and it's a little unfortunate because Prada didn't even do that bad on Killer. You know, getting that 7 stage is not that bad, but it's just a little unlucky. We had a pretty bad start. Some things went for the worst, so it's a little unfortunate. We've even just found our Claudette and gotten that free tag, so yeah, so there's not much else to say about this game except for the gameplay, so I'll let you carry on.
Yeah, I mean, beautifully well said, I think. Beautifully well said, beautifully said. To be completely honest, Halo, yeah, it is looking pretty chock-a-block for the survivors. They are in a very, you know, rough predicament, if you will. We do get away there, but, you know, we do need a beautiful chase. For anything to work out, like you said, it is going to be very difficult. The reset comes into the background onto the Steve from Kryzen, so honestly, this is not an easy run for the simple fact that it is looking 4K2, 4K1 territory. But overall, we are checking the locker again to see if there is a cheeky survivor stealthing, but there is not. So, you know, Halo, big time plays, big time players. There's a lot said about it. X-Tap is one of them, and, you know, performance, showing up when performance is needed, and he's put on a bloody performance so far. So, you know, what a masterpiece this has been. It's just been performed so well. Not to glaze or anything, but I just genuinely think that he's played the cards in point perfectly. It doesn't get much better than that, and, you know, I don't think Sumpeng wants to get in chase for too long, because we know damn straight that we are playing with fire doing this, and we are going to get tagged here. Now, this is where the pressure is on X-Tap's side, because all of the momentum switches to him, as now the survivors need to reset. They can't sit a Gen solo because they're going to be injured, and so on and so forth. It is just problems team now. The Shack pallet will come into effect and drop, and the flash, so bang, straight to the face. But Halo, I mean, X-Tap's just performing this incredibly well.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well, you know. Any teams who are even thinking about picking Ghoul against, you know, a team like Source will probably be regretting it. Because obviously we can see X-Tap is very well, very just good at the killer overalls. We're seeing the chase on the team. I mean, she gets a little greedy. And we're popping some gens in the background now. Hold on, Hasso, it's not completely over just yet. I think we're at 6-3 right now. Except needs this person. If we kill this person, it's gonna be a side gun, and it's gonna be a 2v1. Little unlucky. I'm not too sure if it's possible. Obviously, most likely not, which is a bit unfortunate. Anyways, seeing the hook onto Steve mid, and really all XF has to do now is just find a survivor and slug, or just find a survivor that they catch. Really just doesn't really matter at the end of the day. He's checking his gens, and we're seeing pretty stealth from this generator, which is also decently pretty nice. And yeah, it's just I'm not sure what the survivor's plan is at this current moment. So I guess we're still sitting the gens and trying our best to play for the best result, which is fair enough. We could even see a 4K1, which is not even bad. I would say like the average for Ghoul is around that 7 stage to 4K1 result which is just obviously depending on which hand you have the Ghoul in, so or who has the hands of Ghoul? No.
Oh, checkies.
Where's in the power of the Ghoul? Yeah, it sounds more better. Anyways, we've won about 550s here on this rock, which is unlucky fast. Oh my god. Oh my god. Get that on the Twitter. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it does look like that will be a 4K1. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Sunping was working out there was the eruption, so no, it is going to be a 4K1. So, oh, the nice little dead heart to get the unhook. This is what we love. We are going to get the unhook in the end, so now it's just a matter of time about hooking Survivor and going for the chase here. Now, I'm pretty excited to see what Source do this, and of course Reactor, there is no doubt. So both teams, but I think we haven't seen the strongest side of both teams yet, especially Team Reactor. I think they've got a lot to bring to the table. They're getting some new players in, and that's what we love. But I think Team Source as well, Halo, we didn't see the strongest side of them last season. They did have a little bit of a finals run, but I think overall they will have an incredible run this season. But that are the games. That is a 2-0 win to Team Source. So very nicely done. But yeah, that will be us, Halo. Do you have any last words before we finish it up for the night?
Not really. I will say, any team who is a potentially or will be versing Source definitely should be a little afraid, I will say. I mean, they've definitely showed their true potential tonight. Obviously, Ancestor, the newer team, Source, the more experienced team. Obviously, we're just it's just expected that Source win, which is fair enough. That's what we all expected going into this. And I think also I will say Ancestor did prove, I mean not Ancestor, sorry, what am I on about? Reactor did prove their worth just a little bit. Showing their true potential on the Ghoul. Seven staging a team like Source is not easy. Not at all. And I think that is all I really have to say. So if you want to say anything, it's up to you.
That will be us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for seeing us on the YouTube. We'll be live back on the Twitch on the Friday. So be there, be square, be on time. Don't be shy. It's all a friendly, open space for anyone. Anyone is welcome. So, be there. Don't miss it. There'll be some cracker games. And, well done to both teams for showing up tonight. Tonight, obviously, was a rescheduled match. It's not easy on a Monday night. So, fair play to both of them. They may have had work or so on what the player was. They may have had plans on. So, good on them for showing up. That's been me. That has been the Little Halo. And, that is us. Thank you for joining us tonight.